Boom! What's going on, everybody? We are live and direct. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Hit that like button for us right
Smash
off
it,
the bat.
mash
it, subscribe, slap it with your ball sack. You know how you do. We are here with our 74th episode of your favorite nerdy podcast. That's right.
Almost at 100.
100. Oh, we almost there.
We almost there.
And that podcast being ComicXWeeb. I'm your co-host, James, aka Comics for Cheap, aka hashtag Send It to James, aka the pregnant prince of clowns. Or I got my co-host here with me.
Your boy Chris, aka, you know what it's time for, Dino. Hit me with the music.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh.
What the hell?
I coughed. The music's down. The music's down.
Man, they messed up the intro and shit. Good Lord. What? Santa. What the man? James, you about to get fired. AKA.
Oh, shit.
You know, I'm saddened by what Aaron Rodgers has done.
Uh-oh.
I'm very saddened, so we're going to get into that, but we're just going to go right now. AKA the big booty daddy got a lot to say. AKA super cold.
Yeah.
What? Water. Sponsored by nobody. We still don't got no sponsors. We're going to get it soon, though. It's coming. It's coming sooner than you know. And what we got here, we already got somebody saying something.
Yeah, he's roasting me for messing up your intro. He's like, hey, bro, I messed up your intro. I know, I fucked up. I was half taking a drink when I started it, so that I coughed on the drink. So it's on me. I'll do better next time. It's all good.
Okay. we good to have you up in here too, man. Good to be up in there. Was that my boy Montreal? Was that Trail?
Montreal, that's right.
Yeah, my boy. That's my little brother right there, man. Oh, good to have him up in here.
Shouts to Montreal. Yeah, man. This is your favorite nerdy podcast, talking about everything pop culture, especially comic books, movies, and anime. A little of sports sprinkled in. That's usually how we kick it off. So let's kick it off with some sports, Chris. That's what are we talking about this week?
That's right, because we still unsullied, you know.
Still unsullied. That's right.
And when did we start the podcast? What was it? When was the year we started? 20 what?
It was January of 2 years. I think it's been 2 years now.
About 2021, something like that.
Yeah.
So unsullied since 2021. We gotta have to add that to it. But yeah, man, a lot of things happen in a weird way because we had the NFL obviously and getting everything ready for seeding and all that good stuff. And like I said earlier, everybody knows I'm a giant Aaron Rodgers fan, and I picked the Packers to be in the Super Bowl. Well, obviously that's not happening.
That did not happen, no.
Aaron Rodgers is 11-10 in the postseason.
Oof,
that's not good. Since he won that Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers is 7-9 in the postseason.
Not great.
Not good. Not great at all. And then he goes against Detroit, the ankle biters.
Oh yeah, the ankle biters. That's right.
And they did more than bite that ankle. They bit that ass.
What's up, Cafe Comics? How you doing, bro? Yeah, bro. In the fourth quarter in a win. See, what I was kind of hoping would happen, it was that both of them would have to either win or win to get in type scenario. But unfortunately, Baker Mayfield fucked that up for us. So thanks a lot, Baker Mayfield.
Eliminated before the game.
Yeah, so I was really hoping that the game would have more weight to it. Like it would really be like the old Lions really fucking want to come in and take this shit. So it's it'd be a good game. But it was still ended up being a somewhat decent game until the fourth quarter.
It's just it's getting to a point, man, where this has become a broken record the last few years of Aaron Rodgers just choking away stuff. Mm-hmm. Because and this is why I'm going to be so hard on him right now, because last week I did not like when they beat the Vikings. He had like a victory lap and all that garbage. Yeah, I didn't like that because the work wasn't done.
Victory lap.
Yeah, he basically ran a victory lap after they beat the Vikings last week, and he was talking all that trash at the press conference. And you know me, I love it when you talk trash, long as you back it up.
Sure,
you call your shot, long as you make sure you get that, you score,
you make the shot,
whatever that's going to be. But when you don't do that, I have a huge problem with that, and I got a huge problem with my boy Aaron Rodgers talking all that trash, talking all that crap. And then he was so much more quiet this time after they lost. All that bravado was gone. And I ain't really like that.
He was kind of hinting at leaving, wasn't he?
They asked him, was he going to retire? And he said he doesn't know yet. It's too early to tell. He's not going to hold anybody hostage, but he's going to wait and make that decision later.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
He's done.
You think he's done?
I think he's done so.
Mm.
I can't see him going another season with how bad that season was. Oh, my God. I wouldn't want to do another season. Shit. I'd be like, you know what? Maybe it is time if I'm throwing an interception every game and I used to go a whole season without throwing an interception. Maybe it is time for me to hang up the old cleats and move on with my millions of dollars that I've made over the course of my career and see who is going to pick me up as a coach or whatever broadcaster or what the fuck ever he wants to do with his time.
He could definitely do that.
Because he's Aaron. He's a household name.
Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Yeah, he's not like you don't know who Aaron Rodgers is. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. But I think he's done. I think he's over.
Okay. What happened over the sports world that you want to talk about? Anything?
A couple things. Number one, Damar Hamlin was released from the hospital, so he's doing much better. Yeah. I'm really happy about that. Number two, it did come out that the NFL was trying to push to continue playing that game of the Bills versus Bengals that evening, but the coaches were both adamant not to continue it. Number three, I do want to talk about this because we had the Georgia TCU game.
Georgia.
What was that? Last night, the night before, whenever it was.
It was on Monday night, yeah.
Monday night. With the brutal beatdown that occurred. But what crazy. But what I wanted to touch on a little bit is the fact that when these dudes taking off their helmets, a lot of them look like they're 30-something years old playing college ball. I'm like, dude, these dudes look older than me. Like,
what did you say? A house of mortgage kids?
This dude got a mortgage payment and 3 kids. What he doing playing ball for Georgia? Oh my God!
That's why Georgia's beating everybody, bro. They got the script out there, yo. These NFL
grown ass men playing against 19-year-olds. Of course, you're gonna beat them 60-something to 7. Like, what the fuck? It'd be embarrassing if you lost.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean? Like, but what is up with that? I just like, do they just, as long as you're taking a course, you good? You're good to play college ball, kind of like this dude's taking one course a semester. You know, he's like, I'm going to graduate in 35 years, but I'm going to play ball every single one of them.
Suit your ass up. We got another championship to
win. I mean, now, they're getting some money out of it. I'm sure always they were getting money out of it, but now they are, quote unquote, allowed to see some money off of playing college ball. Do you think that's going to increase the age or the average age of some of these college players?
Well, I think it is definitely going to have certain players stay a lot longer than normal because now it's like, okay, if I'm good, especially those guys who have a certain level of confidence where they're like, I can dominate this game, but I don't know how I'm going to do when I get to the NFL, to the big boys. So you're going to be able to stay a little longer, get more, get money, get paid, dominate college, and continue to get paid pretty good money. For some of those guys, why would you want to leave, right? You're on you're at a school that have a chance to fight for the national championship every year. Definitely now that the playoff is going to be increased, which I still think is stupid. But now you're going to have that opportunity. It's going to be even easier now to get a chance to get in. And you're getting paid good money, you're getting paid millions of dollars, and you're just a kid in college. It's pretty damn good. You don't have the weight of the world as the NFL once you get there, and it's 100% of business then. Pretty good. Get that college life, stay there a little longer, party, have fun. Pretty damn good. So, I do think that is going to do that.
I guess. I don't know. It's just because I take what you're saying is you can dominate in this league. That's because they're all like 18, 19, 20 years old. Like if you're 28, you've been doing this for the last 10 years. You know what I mean? Like it just, I don't know. It just don't sit right with me.
Schools though do have rules against that where you can't be a certain age and still actually play. It's like some weird rules, and it depends on the college too.
Oh, so it's all different throughout, even
it is,
throughout the same.
I remember, at least back in the day, it's been a long time since, but I remember back in the day, it was like at least a 26-year-old, and he was still playing at one of those like smaller colleges, and I was like, should you be?
Well, so, that's what I'm saying. So throughout the SEC, then
ability to do that.
So throughout like but do different schools, like let's say Georgia and TCU, can one of them be like, oh, you could play till whatever, and then the other one have a different rule, or does it all have to be the same within the? I think it depends
on it's going to depend on the conference more than the school. I should be careful. With
the conference, okay.
Yeah. So like maybe the Big Ten might have different rules for their conference, and then I'm just throwing. I know Georgia and them are not a Big Ten. I'm just throwing that out as an Ohio State fan. So it could be it's different.
The NFL just needs to start a developmental junior league for players from age 14 to 20 that do not want to go to high school or college and pay them a junior league minimum. All right.
Wow. Imagine if the NFL did something like that. I don't think the NFL will ever do that, but that would be insanely crazy.
There are honestly, I mean, between football and basketball, two huge ones for sure that that I've noticed since I was much younger, that there are so many more just clinics and just young kids involved in both of those sports, which is awesome. But at the same time, I was like, man, where was that when I was a kid? Because god damn, I could have used some help here and there, on certain things for sure.
For real.
But yeah, if there was some kind of developmental, that's essentially what some high schools are for kids playing high school ball anyway. They're just
it's whatever, a lot easier that way for basketball. Football is a lot harder because of how how physical it is and the issues getting you to the NBA or basketball is the main focus. So yeah.
Say you cut out just a little bit. So you're saying that it was too physical. You think it's too physical?
Yeah. When it comes to football, it's a lot harder to do that because of how you can get hurt and all the injuries. Where in basketball, there are colleges that are not colleges, but high schools that are focused, like the crap Kanye West had. That was mainly focused on academic, basketball and all that kind of stuff to get you to that next level. And there are high schools that are more focused into that, but it's so much harder to do that with football because of how physical the game is and the injuries that happen.
Right.
And that was too much money to put. The liability of that would be insane.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, plus it's kind of illegal as far as state by state. Because I think you have to at least until 6, according to the state, I think you have to go until you're 16, and then you can drop.
Right. Yeah. I'm saying.
But then once you're 16, you can join the NFL Developmental Junior League.
NFL ain't gonna ever do that. Them boys yo, man. Maybe 20 years ago, they might try something like that. But nowadays, with how things are, they're we ain't even trying to get into that kind of lawsuit. Screw that. I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, just sign up for the XFL. You'll be all right.
I mean, it's coming back. If the Rock is bringing that back, from my understanding, the XFL and all that crap.
Yeah, he decided to. Well, I think what it was is that Black Adam failed so badly, he was like, I need to start the XFL again.
Yo, my God, man. That whole situation is weird, too, with what The Rock wanted to do with that. That's just a weird situation.
With the XFL or with Black Adam?
With Black Adam. Are we finished with the sports stuff?
I don't think there was anything much, like, whatever. It was the end of the season. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing major. Dallas did what Dallas do. That was embarrassing on their end. You don't start your guys. I mean, you start your guys. Washington sit some of their guys, and you still lose like that. That's embarrassing. That was embarrassing. If I'm a Dallas fan,
it's them boys, bro. It's them boys. It's just typical Dallas shit, bro. It's just typical Dallas
shit. But outside of that, I guess props to Pete Carroll and the Seahawks for getting in, and look at the Broncos and Russell Wilson. That makes him like even bigger
Russell.
Props to Mike Tomlin. And the Steelers. I think he's the best coach in football.
Mike
Tomlin. Props to him for getting those boys another winning record. 16 years in a row, that man has a winning record. That's unbelievable. With the garbage on the Steelers, that's unbelievable.
Do you think that he came up with that defibrillator celebration for the sack?
I don't know.
Bro, of all weeks to do that shit. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
It was a little fucked up. It was a little fucked up.
A little bit.
It made me laugh, but I don't know what that says about me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because I definitely cracked. I was like, I cannot believe they just did that shit. But I said that while I was laughing. I don't know.
So it tells you what you are.
But yeah, props to Mike Tomlin.
I don't think
that's pretty much it. So go ahead. Veer us off.
So The Rock apparently wanted to have full control over DC's cinematic universe and built everything around Black Adam and Superman. And he went over some people's heads and talked to some of the higher ups, and it pissed a lot of people off.
Sure.
And then Black Adam went and did what it did, so that of course put an end to that. He also apparently wanted a tequila. I guess he has his own alcohol thing, yes. Right? The Rock.
Yes.
So he wanted that stuff to be at a bunch of the Black Adam's world premieres and stuff, but they was like, Rock, this is a PG-13 movie. You can't have that. It's not a rated R movie. We can't have that stuff there. We can't do that.
Well, he just wanted to hand it out to the audience, or
he wanted it there for it to be sold and handed out and all this. He had a lot of crap he wanted. He wanted a lot. He had a lot of demands apparently. Now I do want to say this. This got out, and I do think this is in a way them trying to make The Rock look bad. But I do think The Rock need to slow his roll a little bit, I would say.
Montreal says Dwayne was doing way too much. I had no idea about the about the tequila shit. Although that might have made the movie a little better. So maybe he was on the right path with that aspect. No, but
I stick by what I said. I enjoyed the movie for what it is, but I understand your points of views and why you didn't like it.
It's smart business wise. If you're gonna have premieres, around the world, whatever. I mean, there are movie theaters that sell alcohol, so it's not like it's out of the question. You know what I mean? But that's also going to be a state by state basis because I know as far as North Carolina where we're at, the liquor laws are much stricter than, let's just say, New York or wherever. It definitely goes state by state. So just within the United States, you're facing all sorts of different issues, and then you go to different countries where the alcohol's banned altogether. You're in all sorts of stuff. So I can see why DC would just be like, no.
Yeah, you can't kind of do that. And then I guess there was something else when he was I guess he did that movie where he voiced one of the dogs in that superhero movie.
Yeah, Super Pets. Super Pets was dope. I like that movie.
So apparently he wanted to be named as like basically a director, or he wanted to have his name really highly, like he really wanted to be basically pretty much in charge of that, at least from the reports. And
he was the lead role.
They was upset at the fact that he had a bunch of these demands, and yet he didn't promote the movie the way they wanted him to promote it.
Oh, he was saying he wanted giant inflatables on top of the theater with his alcohol brand. Oh my gosh. So the whole theater would then be sponsored by his alcohol.
Right. It would seem so. The Rock has really demands, apparently.
Is it tequila?
I could have sworn I read something about tequila. That's why I said it. I don't know what it is, but I know it is an alcohol beverage, and I think it's something like tequila.
We'll see. Yes, it's called. We're gonna. Hey, The Rock. Look, we're open for sponsorships if you want the tequila to sponsor this show. But it is called Terramana Tequila.
Okay.
And I'm sure that it tastes like ass.
Well, we know I don't drink, so yeah.
I'm not a big tequila person. Justin is, but like he always tries. He like, dude, every time we're out drinking, he's like tequila shots, and I'm like, bro, what? I'm 30 something years old, bro. I ain't doing tequila shots with you. What the fuck? This ain't college. Rob says I could see pushing his tequila at an R-rated movie premiere. The Rock wanted to be listed as an executive producer on Super Pets, and he wanted crypto to be drawn with a larger penis. Bro, you had me to that last statement. Now I don't know if any of that's true.
But the executive producer part, I do think that's the part that is true.
Okay. Yeah.
But he did. He had a lot of demands apparently, and it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
If you're executive producer, though, that means you're ponying up a lot of the cash needed to make the film happen. So was he doing that? If he was doing that, then he should get an executive producer credit. If he was just going into the vocal booth and saying, "Let's get him, bad dog," or whatever. Then no, he shouldn't get executive producer credit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I know he's got the money to probably make the movie himself, but just because you've got the money don't mean you were gambling it on a animated movie to do well.
Nah, it don't. I'm just saying he seemed to have a lot of crap going on, and there was a lot of demands. And it's obviously this stuff is being leaked out by DC. It is, and I mean it's the same thing. I did a scenario. I talked about this before. It's the same crap as what happened with Draymond. That stuff that when he knocked out Jordan Love, put that man to sleep, had my man dreaming about another championship with the Warriors. When he did that to him, that only got out because the Warriors leaked that out. Because some people don't even understand when you are at a when you're at a Pacific team, that's the Warriors facility and their training facility. Yeah. No matter if you take your cell phone out or whatever, all stuff that's in there is part of the Warriors shit. Like like pictures, video, that is now the Warriors property. You can't just leak that. The Warriors can legally get you for that. So that crap got leaked out by the Warriors to make Draymond look bad because they don't want to pay him. Now, this ain't exactly the same with The Rock, but they did leak that crap out to make The Rock look bad. Not necessarily for pay, but because Black Adam, if Black Adam was a flat out smash hit, you don't hear this crap.
Right.
You don't hear all of this. You hear some of it, but you don't get this mountain of different things The Rock done. You're going to hear it more of a positive way. But because things went bad and it pissed a lot of people off the way The Rock was acting, they leaked that crap right out.
Yeah, plus he did throw a little hissy fit too.
He did.
So he did kind of initiate, because I definitely heard about the hissy fit that he threw before I hear any of this other shit that is now being spread. So that is I mean, I don't know. Look, he's The Rock. Like he's the number one paid movie star on the planet. Period. That's still the same, I think, right? He hasn't been taken from that spot, has he?
Somebody might have took that. I think another guy did take that. I'm not sure though. But either way, one of the top.
Because it used to be Johnny Depp, and then it was Dwayne. I think it's still Dwayne, but it could be someone different now. But let's just say he is one of the most paid actors in the world. Right. Period. Yeah. So obviously he's gonna be fine no matter what he does, and also whenever he does like meet and greets or he's with fans, you never hear anything negative about the dude.
Seems to be a super nice guy.
So super nice guy. He's just trying to make business decisions.
Yeah.
And maybe that one wasn't the greatest, like having your tequila at the movie theaters when you want kids to be seeing this movie. Maybe that one wasn't the greatest business decision. But hey, he's just trying to get his paper, bro. Like, I can't be mad at it.
Them kids drinking early, bro.
Bro, look, you get them kids started early, that's customers for life, son. That is a genius business decision, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, Tom Cruise is definitely up there with the high paid, too. And you know what? As crazy as Tom Cruise actually is, because he is crazy with the Scientology shit, I've never heard anything negative about him as far as, like, fans meeting him, too. I've always heard, and like people working with him on set, even like always the nicest dude, like buying people lunch and shit. Like I've never heard it. You would think that you would hear so much negative shit about Tom Cruise because of his crazy Scientology shit. You never hear a peep about it, and maybe that's just because everyone gets killed that says something by the Scientology cult. I don't know, but here I am saying that Tom Cruise is a bitch. Come at me, bro.
Whoa, hey, he didn't mean any of that. Tom Cruise is a joke. He loved you. We still got business to be doing together, so that didn't happen. And
I still haven't seen that new Top Gun movie. Did you watch that new Top Gun movie?
The what movie?
The new Top Gun movie?
No,
I didn't watch it either.
No, I don't have.
Everyone is always like it's the greatest movie ever, and then like the people that I'm like, okay, so what was it about? And they basically tell me it's like a shot-for-shot remake of the first Top Gun movie. So it's like, what the fuck? You just went and saw the same shit.
What makes it so great? Yeah.
Like, so okay. Like, I'm just confused because like they both say that is the greatest thing, but also it's basically the same thing as the last movie. So I don't know. What we got here? Rob says, "Too bad The Rock had such a hard-on to be Black Adam. He'd have been such a good Namor. Now he wants to be Luke Cage. I don't see him as Luke Cage. Mike Coulter nailed the role in the Netflix series." Yeah, I think we should bring back the Luke Cage from the Netflix series. He did a really good job.
But he's right. That is who The Rock said he wants to play next for Marvel. He wants to play Luke Cage.
We got a Luke Cage. Why we need another one? And it's not even going to be Luke Cage. It's just going to be The Rock.
Yeah, it is going to be The Rock.
Let's be real. Like, it's just going to be The Rock. Let's see. He's going to turn up at a Comic-Con as an assassin. I'm pissed off Tom Cruise. He's going to get me now. The new Top Gun was just okay till the last 20 minutes. Had some really great action. Yeah, like, it was big budget action movie, so I expected that. But, Michael Coulter said that role is behind him the other day. Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Did he? Wow.
Damn. See, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I did hear something about the dude who played Iron Fist. He wanted to come back, but like nobody really watched the Iron Fist series. So
didn't that show suck? I heard nothing but bad things about that.
I heard it was like, yeah.
I didn't hear a single person, not even the like 22 people who actually like Iron Fist, say anything good about that show.
I think that was the main problem is that when they were doing those shows, so I like a lot more people definitely know about Daredevil and Punisher. So that when they did Daredevil and Daredevil just smashed it, like that first season was so good. They did Daredevil season 2, not as good, but still good. Had the Punisher, and then they were like Punisher season 1, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" So people were losing their mind, and then they're like Luke Cage, and we're like, "Okay," and they're like Iron Fist, and we're like, "All right, you're starting to lose us now."
Yeah,
they're like Defenders, and it's like, "No, stop, just stop,
please stop."
And then they were like Daredevil again, and we're like, "Yeah,
like Electra."
Oh,
yeah.
No, that was Daredevil.
We knew she was going to come eventually. All right, boom, I guess we'll tell her.
But yeah, I don't know. The Iron Fist was just like it was whatever. The guy that played Iron Fist wants to come back because it beats holding up a cardboard sign on the side of the road asking for loose change. Facts.
Loose change?
Has he done?
I mean, that South Park episode.
Change. No, they got him. Shit. It was all about corporate politics both seasons. You learned a lot about corruption and money laundering. I learned all that shit from Breaking Bad, The Wire, and The Sopranos, bro. Like that's where I learned all my shit.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
And, I don't want to sound like super mean to like Iron Fist or his fan base, but I can only think of like one good Iron Fist story. Like he does not have good stuff to me. And maybe I just haven't read a good Iron Fist story, and maybe there is one out there. But from the stuff I read, I just haven't read anything where I was like, yeah, this was amazing. It's just like
I think I've only read stories where he co-starred, or like where he was like.
That's most of his crap. He's just with Luke Cage or somebody else, or the Defenders or something else. He's just like, hero for hire. He's just with that kind of stuff. Like he's just.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever sat down and been like, I'm gonna read an Iron Fist trade paperback or something like that. Like, nah, I'm good. I'll read something else. I've got limited time. I'm not gonna waste it on Iron Fist.
It's because like I tried because I love dragons and stuff, and I'm like, that's cool, the dragons, and it's like, nah, this dude ain't that interesting, man. It's kind of boring. like, damn, bro, where's Luke Cage gonna show up? Where's Jessica Jones? Like, somebody else show up real quick.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did the Jessica Jones show too. That one was okay. I felt like it just kind of it started strong and trailed off as that season went on. So yeah, it was whatever. But yeah, all of that.
Because with her, it's only like you can only go so far with her. To be fair.
Yeah, but all of them still made more noise than Iron Fist.
Yeah,
like every one of those shows, like I heard about more. I sat down and I watched Luke Cage. I didn't watch Iron Fist.
I ain't watching.
It was not happening. No, I was good. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We had some news that we didn't get to last week that we need to cover real quick before we move on to this week's news. But we do have a trailer to watch that. Have you watched the new Ant-Man trailer?
I have not, because I figured we was going to watch it together anyway. So I was like,
I figured. Exactly. I saw it like muted and the back half of it while muted. I was like, we'll catch it tomorrow. I figured. So we do have the Ant-Man trailer. With our reactions, but we got to talk about this character that is probably like beloved by many. Okay. He is one of the greatest Marvel characters of all time. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's just build this up correctly. We
got
to give him his proper introduction, okay? How he hasn't gotten a movie yet.
He freaking deserves.
That's right. How he hasn't gotten a movie yet is just highway robbery. I don't understand it. Nobody does.
Makes no sense.
I'm pretty sure. Okay?
Makes no sense.
Until now.
Y'all going to be like, oh my God. Like this dude is that dude. You're talking about, your Iron Mans, your Captain Americas, your Hulks, your Wolverines. Nah, screw those guys. Your Spider-Man. Screw those guys.
Those are all trash in comparison. Okay?
Yeah, compared to
this man right here, the Hypno Hustler. Woo! If I had a round of applause soundbite, I'd play it right now. That's right. Hypno Hustler is confirmed to be getting a movie by Sony, played by none other than Donald Glover, Childish Gambino himself.
Should have been Spider-Man instead.
Writer of many things, including 30 Rock, Community, Atlanta. Now he's in it for the superhero game, Hypno Hustler. Now, Hypno Hustler has a very deep history in Marvel.
Amazing history, yo.
I think it goes like 2 or 3 issues deep.
Every day he hustling.
Oh my God! If they don't have the Rick Ross shit on the,
I want that in the background.
Whoa! Oh
you
my
remember
God!
when Cat Williams did that stand up? He had that playing in the background. He kept going back to it. That was so funny. That's all I can think of now with Hypno Hustler. That's what I want to be playing in the background every time, bro. That's his theme.
Vinyl Dragon said, I thought you were going to say the Human Fly from the 70s. No, that would make more sense because the Human Fly had a fucking solo series. So yes, that would make sense for him to get a solo movie. But here we are, stuck with Hypno Hustler. I don't understand it. Hypno Hustler first premiered in the Dave Chappelle player Hater His Balls.
Hey.
Ah, shit. This dude, for those of you who don't know, Spider-Man beat this dude by slapping the headphones off of him.
This dude is the dumbest mother. Like, you have the easiest way to lose. It's like, oh, just slap off his freaking headset, his headphone.
He was like, wait a minute. He just took his headset off. And that was it.
It's wide open for you to see it. It's just knock it off. Oh.
Oh, shit. But yeah, so there you go. I'm sure everyone's looking forward to that movie. I know I am.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get some prison scenes. You know, we might get the what's my man? The health inspector. If y'all seen the Boondocks, you know what I'm talking about. You might get the health inspector in that movie. Maybe some booty warriors. You never know.
Yeah, a little booty warrior thing.
That could be that could be the villains he fight. The booty warriors in prison. Right?
Oh shit! If it's some like camp 80s disco, like,
I'm still gonna be angered that we wasted money on this shit.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it'd be even worse. Like, what's he battling? AIDS? Like, I just don't understand.
Is he gonna be fighting Spider-Man? Like, who's his name?
Sony.
Dude, who the hell is villain gonna be in the movie?
He is a villain, so I don't understand. His only villain can be another villain, just like the Morbius shit, where it was like, oh, okay, so he's fighting another vampire. So maybe he fights another hustler.
But here's the thing, another hustler. At least with Morbius, he done shit. So at least you can just throw somebody out there, and plus you can just throw a vampire in there, and it works perfectly fine. It really, like, you don't even have to try that hard with that. What the hell, Hypno Hustler gonna be going? Another hustler, right? He gonna be fighting Cat Williams.
He'll be fighting Cat Williams and Hustler magazine is what he's gonna be fighting.
Oh my god,
that shit don't even exist anymore. He's like, bring it back,
bro. So I can fight it. I want to see how this would work. I want that movie to come out. I'm hoping it don't get canceled just because I want to see how the hell they're gonna even do this.
Oh, I'm not gonna be seeing that. I'll be reading about it. I don't know. I'll read about how it happens.
We're going to see that shit together, bro.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know about that though. Mm-hmm. All right, the other piece of news that we had to talk about from last week that we didn't get to, is somewhat comic related, just because it involves an actor in the comic, in the MCU, of Benedict Cumberbatch, and I kind of went. So it was Barbados, right, saying that they wanted to take back the land that Benedict's family owned, or I guess he still owns, but owned back in the day for the slave trade, quoting that they're bringing it back to Barbados, basically.
Yeah.
Any kind of
if
land.
anybody doesn't know, that's the guy who plays Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, right? Yeah. So I guess all land that had been owned or they said taken unfairly or used improperly, they are trying to take it all back. But the most famous person in this thing that's going on is Benedict. So of course the news just jumps straight to it. So we just wanted to bring this up because I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of silly. I feel personally that they can be like, yeah, we're taking it back, but I feel like Benedict should be compensated in some way, and that he just has to take the like, where there's fair market value of the land or whatever it is. It's just like, it's no dispute. You got to take the money for the land in Barbados or whatever. If that's how Barbados wants to play it, I don't know. I don't think they should be able to get away with just like taking the land
for nothing from him. Yeah, I agree. Could definitely consider he didn't do anything, and like, we have no idea about our ancestors in the grand scheme of things. We have no idea what they did, so you can't hold him for some crap like that he wasn't even, not even just born, he wasn't even thought of. So
right.
You can't really take that for him, especially when you look at what happened. I know it's different, but in a way, when you look at what happened in sports and with Donald Sterling from the Clippers, or with what happened to the guy who was in charge of the Phoenix Suns, the owner of the Phoenix Suns, when stuff went down, they got billions of dollars for that team. They did some racist and bad things. And how did they didn't get punished. They got rewarded. My man, he lost his team. Yeah, he got like $4 billion for that deal with the Suns. Like, okay, he got way more than he actually paid. He paid like a couple of million from what I remember reading, and he got like $4 billion. Like, oh wow, he was sore punished. Wow.
And same with Sterling. I think he got a billion.
Yeah, he got like $1 billion too.
Yeah.
They was punished so badly. So for them actually doing things, he didn't do nothing. It's his land. He should definitely get paid something.
Yeah.
For whatever way.
I mean, as far as we know, Benedict is not still running any kind of plantation or anything in Barbados. As far as we know, and no other dimension or anything else either with the Doctor Strange shit. Hopefully he's not doing something in like the mirror dimension.
That's one of the dimensions they made sure they didn't show us.
Yeah, in the multiverse, bro. if he's flying through, and he's like, wait, that scene where the greatest threat to the multiverse is you. Now it all makes sense. Now I fucking knew it. Benedict Cumberbatch started slavery. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Now I get it when Kang looks at him. I get it now, bro. That's what I get it. I get it.
So let's go back. Vinyl Dragon says Hypno Hustler is going to be battling the fake Avengers from that bank theft scene in Spider-Man. The dude who was just wearing the mask. That's pretty funny.
Captain America is that guy with a fake shield.
Actually, it can work like that here. Foreign companies can be forced out for land repossession without any compensation. If it's a U.S. company or a family, they have to be compensated. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. But, I mean, I assume it's still under his family because that's what they're going after, right? So
I would think.
I would think he just had to be paid the value of the land. And then if I was Benedict Cumberbatch, I'd just be like, yeah, give me the money, and I don't want any more news out of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to fight. Like, I'm good. I've got MCU money, and you're giving me a check.
And then if he wanted to, he can really get some good things by, like, donating it to, like, some, anywhere, to some.
Oh, I just buy another house in Barbados.
You could do that too, but I'm just saying if you want to get good publicity, you can donate it.
And then make it look exactly like the other house.
They'd be like, all right, sun is up here. Hey, we need to investigate a little bit more. Something might be wrong here.
I'd be like, I didn't have servants before, but guess what? Now.
Yeah. All the people that's walking in is black. Like, wait a minute. What's going on here? Yeah, these are my,
I was hiring local Barbados natives
to do a job.
Just trying to support the local economy.
That's right.
With this check you gave me, just giving it back to the people.
Just giving it back to the people.
Oh, shit. That is absolutely hilarious.
Real quick before we move on, let me go back to that list I was talking about last week.
You were talking about a list last week of people who could beat the Phoenix.
Yeah,
is what we were talking about last week.
That Marvel has put out there. So now that we can say it, and I'll get your opinion on it. Hold on a moment. Okay, that is not who I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. Let's stop scrolling from these porn stars now. All right. So here's the list: Thor, Scarlet Witch, Thanos, Odin, Galactus, Molecule Man, like I said, the Living Tribunal, and the Beyonders.
The Living Tribunal, really? Okay.
I mean, mean, that makes sense. The Limit Bruno is like hella powerful. To me, those last two was like, duh. Like, especially the Beyonders. Because remember in
the Beyonder.
Like, literally remember what happened in freaking when Doom got his world and everything. He has his own little planet and all that power he had. He had only a small fraction of the Beyonders' power. And when Scott came up in there talking all that trash, like he gonna do this and do that with the Phoenix, my man literally snapped his neck and killed him in seconds. So, and that was a small fraction of that power, and he owned the Phoenix Force. Like, yeah.
Vinyl Dragon says, Black Santa, you forgot to mention Hypno Hustler.
And Hypno Hustler.
Yes. As we know, the most powerful person who could beat the
strongest being in all of Marvel. Like, good Lord. I mean, I didn't think I needed to mention him because of how powerful he is.
Yeah, that was just a shoe-in. It was just so obvious.
Exactly.
Didn't even have to waste our time, but then honestly, Thanos is probably the weakest on that list without the gauntlet.
I'm thinking the same thing, yeah. Without the gauntlet, he actually, I would think he's the weakest on that list.
Yeah, because everyone else, I was like sitting there like, yeah, okay. Living Tribunal, I was like, oh, maybe. Galactus for sure, yeah. No,
the Living Tribunal is stronger than Galactus.
Okay.
Yeah, so they would definitely be there.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'm okay with that list. And Thanos would be my only question.
That's what I was thinking too, because without the gauntlet, I can't see, like, he's extremely smart. There's no question about that, and very strategic, and like he got that. But I just don't know if he I don't know. Without
what gauntlet, power?
Right, like,
because does he have cosmic power without the gauntlet? Does he have like power? Yeah, he's strong as fuck. But does he have like? Can you shoot a motherfucker with a gamma ray from his hands or some shit? Like, no.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, what are you gonna do to the Phoenix? You gonna punch it?
He could punch it really hard.
You gonna punch the Phoenix Force really as hard as you can? Just be like, all right, Thanos, this is what we want you to do. You're like his boxing coach in the corner. All right, Thanos, this is what we're gonna do.
Punch it.
I know it's like a living force / kind of all around and omnipresent. But here's what we're gonna do. Yeah. You're just gonna wind up and you're gonna sucker punch that motherfucker real hard when it's not looking at you. Okay, all right, and don't worry about it like dissipating and then hitting you from behind or nothing like that, because I'm sure that's not what's gonna happen. So go ready, break. Just,
and then it also depends on how strong you look at the Eternals. Because Thanos, there was a story where Thanos was literally killing them one by one, and they was like shitting their pants at this dude. And then there's other story, and then it's like Thanos is powerful. Because I mean, even Namor, who's somebody who doesn't bow down to anybody, was freaking like Thanos, sir. Like, he was calling that dude sir and everything. Like, he was like, I don't want to fuck with this dude.
He's a descendant of a Celestial, right? Or no, not the Celestial. Is it Celestial?
No, I think it is Celestial. Like, because I think like his parents or some shit like that. Yeah. Because he's like a deviant. He's like, because where he was born, he was like an outcast because of how he looks and shit. So yeah.
Him killing off the Eternals, no problem. Like, I could definitely see him doing that. It's like, you could definitely, for sure. But again, like, the Phoenix Force, like,
is a whole other level.
Is it like someone with the Phoenix Force, or is it just the Phoenix Force?
That's the thing.
So is it Jean with the Phoenix, like, as the Phoenix, or is it just like the Force?
Because that's what's interesting. I know that they're still going into it, and it's still a story that's continuing. But that was the whole thing of, like, Echo was trying to figure out who would be when the Phoenix Force goes crazy eventually, because we all know it's going to happen, and she loses control. She was like, who can I see who can kill it? Like, who can take this thing out? So I'm definitely assuming this is with somebody with the Phoenix Force in general being amped and all that crap.
Okay.
And I can see everybody up there, like you said, outside of Thanos without the gauntlet. And I'm trying to think of some of those stories, because Thanos does have some stories where he has some crazy powerful feats, but still, I can say hands down the other people on that list. I'm like, yeah. Especially Thor. Some of the stuff he's done. Yeah. Odin, 100%. That Odin. Oh my God, Odin was woo. Odin don't get enough credit. And definitely, if you just go off that garbage in the MCU, you'll be like, "Oh, he's not that powerful." Oh, hell no! Odin is a beyond force to be reckoned with.
Real Norse mythology and stuff, yeah, for sure. Out there.
Like he was so powerful to the really way to stop this dude is once he goes off, you gotta kill this motherfucker in his sleep when he's resting after using the Odin force. Like he was, oh my God, Odin was a beast. But yeah, everybody else, I'm like, yeah, Molecule Man, yeah, okay, cool, yeah. All those other people, I'm like, yeah. Scarlet Witch, yeah, but Thanos, I'm like, which is crazy. You wouldn't think he would be.
So Wolverine wasn't on the list though. Like Wolverine, Deadpool, they're not on the list.
You really think Wolverine could be the Phoenix? Wolverine has been again. I know he's Eric's favorite X-Men. I like Wolverine too, but this dude has been like when the Gladiator shows up, Wolverine seems to always be around and gets his ass kicked. It seems anytime Gladiator shows up, Wolverine just seems to be there. And then you just know what's going to happen in the next couple of panels. Wolverine just gets his ass kicked alongside whoever else is with him.
I'm just asking because, he can't really die, or at least him in his prime. He really, So I was just curious.
Wolverine, right?
Yeah,
Wolverine is weird because depending on the story, Wolverine is 100% unkillable, and in other stories, it's yeah, he can be killed. It's can y'all make up your mind?
So if I were to write the story,
is so up and down.
As unkillable, and him going up against whoever Echo with the Phoenix Force, I'd take Wolverine all day.
Considering the person being Echo, if it's Jean versus Wolverine with the Phoenix, I think she just flats out of destroys every piece of them.
That's why I picked
Echo, and I just have no faith in her whatsoever. Yeah, I would pick Wolverine. I actually would. It doesn't even make that much sense, but yeah, I sure would. I just
be like, hear this coming, bitch, and then cut her head off.
And then that's it.
That's it. I don't know what to say. But I mean, again, with the list is solid. Besides Thanos, just depending on who's wielding it, I guess, for Thanos, because, like you said, I think that could also be a part of it. Jean wielding the Phoenix Force is 100% going to be stronger than Echo wielding it, because Jean is already a mutant and pretty fucking powerful to begin with. Without
it, already debate whether she's an Omega level or not by herself without the Phoenix Force. So damn, you give her the Phoenix Force, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so that's just so I would say Jean with the Phoenix Force over Thanos. I don't think Thanos is beating that without the gauntlet.
And hell, matter of fact, Jean is an Omega level without the Phoenix Force. She's already classified as one. So yeah. I say debate on my end, but no, yeah, she's an Omega level to begin with. So yeah, with the Phoenix Force, come on, Echo, come on, it's Echo. She if you lost the tournament to get it anyway. So I think she lost to Namor. I think Namor was the one who fucking beat her anyway.
Well, I mean, Namor with the Phoenix Force would be pretty formidable. I'm not.
You saw what happened when he had a piece of it. He fucked up all Wakanda and shit. That dude was on another level.
Yeah, so Namor, not to be truffled with,
No,
trifled with.
It was in the 1950s, truffled with.
Yeah. So it really depends who's got it, or if we're just talking about the Force in general. That'd be like asking Darth Vader to kill the Force. You know what I mean? What?
Yeah.
It's what? Can Darth Vader defeat the Force? What? What are you talking?
Darth Vader.
It's so that's so confusing. Can Thanos defeat the Phoenix Force? I don't know, because it's just a force. I don't think so.
And then that list isn't complete to begin with, because Franklin Richard, I would 100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He can 100% do it. There's certain stories where he's hands down the strongest being, period. And a lot of stories, even as a kid, there's stories where this dude is controlling Galactus. That dude is a monster. So yeah, he would be one. And there's other people I can think of who I'll be like, yeah, they can beat the Phoenix. So
Franklin Richards has been one of my low-key specs
right now.
Franklin Richards has been one of my low-key specs for the MCU. Honestly, if we're talking over the last year or so, I've been picking up a couple like Franklin Richards keys just because. So
you think he's definitely gonna? I mean, I would be shocked if him and Valeria don't show up in the Fantastic Four movie or something.
I just,
like,
I thought
she's pregnant or something.
We got a little bit of a hint when in Doctor Strange movie where he's like, didn't he ask him if he was a father or something? And Reed said yes.
Because he said he says he has kids, and that's when Wanda was like, well, at least their mother can raise them, something like that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So that was fucking savage. But like, I mean, I was just like, at least I'm on the right track, kind of thinking of like, are they going to use Franklin or not? Like, well, they probably fucking could with that statement. So, Franklin Richards showing up in the MCU would be fucking dope. Then we really could have the Beyonder. Like, if we were bringing in Franklin, we could bring in the Beyonder. We could bring in a Nihilist. We could do some shit like that. We could really get it popping.
Nihilist, that's an interesting one. Man, that was a good one too, man. When he showed up and he had all those like dead Galactus bodies around him from different universes and shit. That was badass.
Yeah, Annihilus is dope, and that's who right now. There's a rumor saying that Annihilus will be the villain for the Fantastic Four solo movie. But again, it's just rumors.
Do you think he's like too powerful to be their first main villain now?
I was gonna say he is pretty powerful for a start, but I don't know how they're gonna if they introduce them, right? Or if they like bring them in before their own solo movie kind of a thing to establish before. I don't know, but that's just kind of what's been thrown about in the rumor mill.
I guess if we watch this Ant-Man movie and the trailer, maybe we'll see something interesting in that.
I was gonna say we should watch this Ant-Man trailer.
Before we get there, one more thing. Before we get there, I want to bring this up super quick. Then we can get to that, and then the last part's whatever. Bill Cosby.
We got to talk about old Billy. Old Billy.
Real quick. So I want your opinion. Bill Cosby has been apparently, I think 5 more women have came out against him, and one of them was like 1969. Nice. Do you think that it gets to a point where this lady got to be like 80 something, bro? Like, do you think it gets to a point where it's like enough's enough? Like, I'm trying not to sound so heartless or rude.
There is a statute of limitations, I believe, for everything but murder. So, yes and no. I mean, like, I just don't like. Where was she when all the other shit was?
That's what my thing was. Like, you might not even be able to remember your damn grandkids, but you can remember this, huh? Like, that's mean. That's mean. I'm sorry, but it does get to a point where it's like, come on, like. This is too much.
Rob was saying he's adding to it. Yeah, so the list of the people who can kill the Phoenix: Thanos, Galactus, Living Tribunal, the Beyonders, Scarlet Witch, Odin, Thor, Maya Lopez. I would add Franklin and Doctor Doom. So yeah, we were talking about Franklin and then Doctor Doom. I was thinking, but I was like, but not by himself. Not just Dr.
Doom. That feat. He only showed that feat that I can remember, and please help me if I'm wrong, guys. But the only one I can remember is when he did that shit when he was Doom World or whatever, and he had the piece of the Beyonders power. Obviously he's amped, and he beat the Phoenix with Scott. Scott had literally all of it from the egg that he kept. And he has that shit and got all the power. And God, he was the most arrogant person. I'm the strongest here. Doom does anything. I'm just gonna wipe this. He was talking so much trash, and then he just got
Cyclops
in seconds. Like he was killed in seconds, like literally seconds. It wasn't a fight. It was what Georgia did to TCU. That's 10 times worse. I mean, it wasn't even a fight. It shouldn't have happened. So outside of that, no, he can't do it by himself. But if we go there, if we say that, then I can name a bunch of other people. I can say Reed can do it then if he had that amp. Because even in that same story, Doom's whole thing was he kept asking Reed, do you think you could have did a better job? And Reed was like, you could have done better. He was like, no, I'm asking if you had to be on this power, could you have done a better job? And Reed was like, yes. And Doom was like, I know. So Doom's biggest issue was he knew Reed was better than him. So if that's the case, then Reed Richards can do it too. He's the better dude.
All sorts of self-confidence issues.
I
said Doom's got all sorts of self-confidence issues. I don't know.
Yeah, he does. That's why that's what showed his glaring issues with him being a leader. When he became, with him being a god, I should say, he's a good leader. But when it comes to him being like a true god, his big thing was he wouldn't even like go out there for people to see him. And part of that is his base issues that he struggles with and all the other crap. But yeah, the point is, like with Amps, I can name a lot of people with Amps.
Doom defeated the Beyonder in the first Secret Wars. He is like Batman. Given enough time to plan, Doom beats everybody. Nah.
Not with.
It was extenuating circumstances. With
exactly. It wasn't like in a straight up situation because it's like this, like straight up. Even with that stuff with Batman, yeah. If Superman honestly just wanted to end Batman before he can do anything, that's how it would end. Even with all the prep time in the world, if that dude just ran up on him before Batman can even react and grab his little belt, it's over. Yeah. Before he can grab his kryptonite, it's over.
Or if they did like a straight up like how they did Muhammad Ali versus Superman under the like the Red Sun type of thing.
Yeah.
Where they got in the boxing, like if there are plenty of people. I don't know about plenty of people. There are a select few that I feel like would actually hold their own. If it was just like, all right, let's fucking go. Like, no tools, no fucking gimmicks, gadgets, bullshit. Right. Just me and you, let's fucking one-on-one. That would hold their own against Batman.
Because remember, like, flat out, he even said it, he couldn't do anything against Wonder Woman. Without his, like, and it still would be the same thing with Superman, too. But, like, flat out, he was like, yeah, Wonder Woman's a better fighter than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he would have to be able to, like, do certain things to beat her, like with Superman. And again, this ain't to trash Batman, because obviously with prep time, Batman does amazing things. He has crazy stuff. But yeah, I'm saying with Amps, you could say that for a lot of people, especially against like the Phoenix. If you have a certain amp, then a lot of people will be able to take her out. Or in general, these super powerful beings.
Yeah, I just say Doom. I just don't feel it. Like Doom with power, sure, but Doom, just Doom, nah, I don't think so. Like he's smart, and like you said, like he can prep for shit, but it takes more than prep, to beat the Phoenix. But again, it could just depend who has it, If it's just some random ass scrub with the Phoenix Force, then.
My money would definitely be on Doom then. If some dumbass with it has it, like, Doom is gonna outsmart this person. And Doom is extremely smart, and that's why Doom is a perfect choice for when it comes to like a main villain. I would be okay with Doom being one of the big, like taking that role that Loki took when he was the first Avengers villain. Like Doom can work that kind of role. Yeah.
Right. For sure. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play this Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania new trailer.
Yeah,
and let's see how it is.
You're an interesting man, Scott Lang. You're an Avenger. You have a daughter, but you've lost a lot of time, like me. We can help each other with that. Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
It can rewrite existence and shatter timelines. You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this guy is. I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me what I need, or everything you call a life will end. You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
MODOK.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose. I'm sorry, Cassie.
Bro, Kang looks fucking badass.
Right.
That's my first take.
One that's interesting too is with him. Apparently, I guess the guy who's playing Kang, he fights Creed in the next Creed the next Creed movie.
Oh, Jonathan Majors,
the Rocky stuff.
The Jonathan Majors, the actor. He's
in the
next Creed,
I thought that was very interesting. I think he's the main big bad in the next Creed movie with Michael B. Jordan and stuff. So that's gonna be very interesting, man.
Deadpool Comics, what's going on? He says, do you think we'll see a future Ravonna? That's Kang's love interest, right?
Right.
That is when, like in the Loki series, right?
Yeah. Then they because we probably will.
You think so?
I think so.
That she'll come back.
Yeah.
If not then, if not here, then in the Loki season 2, which has
in one of the two. Yes, that's what I'm looking at. More than likely in Loki, but we probably will. I think we will.
Vinyl Dragon says, I can't understand why Ant-Man would mess with time, knowing he was a pivotal part in bringing all of humanity back from the snap.
I can, because remember when he went into the quantum, basically the first time to a degree, when he went in there and they sent him there, he was gone for like, to him, a couple of hours, but it was like 5 years that he actually missed. And that's what set up for them to be like, oh, we can use that to do time travel. So I think that's basically the whole premise of it. He wanted more time with his daughter because he missed those 5 years of her life. And
that's what's going
to get that back. That's at least what I took from the trailer.
The trailer makes it seem like that's what Kang is going to appeal to with Scott, is that sense of, hey, here's the time with your family, the time with your family that you missed out on. I don't think it's going to be like Scott's idea necessarily, just be like, oh, why don't you just fix this shit for me? And like it's going to be more like Kang trying to
manipulate him and talk
coax him into some shit. Which, golly, just from the trailer, I mean, even like we talked about this when Loki was going on, but just from the fucking trailer, like Jonathan Majors owned the screen, bro. He just owns the screen. The presence that he has is just fantastic. It's another level. It's crazy. All right, so Rob says the premise of the movie scares me. Couldn't Scott just use Pym particles and ask Stark to send him back in time 5 years so he can be there to see his daughter grow up? Why is Kang his only option? I don't want to spoil anything, but Stark died.
Stark.
I think Cat took that last one, didn't Cat take the last one? Or in that scenario or whatever?
Yeah, because I know they went back. Because remember, they went back one time to get more because they ran out or whatever. Something happened. They broke it or some shit happened. I can't remember. But they went back and grabbed some more. But he only grabbed some. He didn't grab, like, they could have legitimately grabbed even more to do it again. But they grabbed just enough for the scenario. And then Cap, he used his to go back and.
I mean, I feel like Scott isn't the type to. Well, I don't know, because maybe that's what it's going to happen. But like to just go back 5 years and, well, what is he going to do? And then he's like in two places. Then you open up all sorts of bullshit. Then you're like, he's in two places at once. How is he going to come back in time to stop Thanos type of thing?
Well, if he was to do it and they do it in a certain way, all that would do is create, just like how the whole TBA works in general, it would just create an alternate. It would basically create a new multiverse to a degree. It would create an alternate universe, and then it would create another problem.
Then Owen Wilson shows up and fucking kills you.
Right, yeah.
That's what happens. That's
even
what happens.
without that. My biggest thing is, and again, maybe it's because I'm not a father, but it's only 5 years. I'm sorry, it's only 5 years. It's not like how old was his daughter when he went? It was like 10. She's like 15 now.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro, that's not like you were going for like 10, 20 years and shit. It's only 5 years. I don't know.
Shit. Oh man, that's the black in you coming out a little bit. I gotta tell you, Chris, that's the like, bro, you only got caught with possession. It's 1 to 5. It's fine. He's fine. He'll be back in 5. It's just a couple Christmases, bro. He's good. He's good. He said it's only 5 years. Bro, that's like a 12th of my life. Facts. I ain't getting past 60. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I would definitely want that 5 years. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, he didn't age.
No, well, that's true.
He was not doing that age. I ain't lose my 5 years.
Yeah. Rob says, I think Creed would drop Kang in 4 rounds. This is Creed is played by
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, I was about to say. So we getting Killmonger versus Kang. Oh, that.
Yep. Ain't that cool?
Yo,
when I heard that shit earlier today, I was like, yo, because my boy Moncello told I was like, yo, that is sick. That's actually really cool.
That is really cool. Now I kind of want to say, I don't know shit that's happened since the first Rocky movie.
Don't tell me that's the only one you watch. Tell me you watched the other one.
No, I only watched one.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I ain't seen any of the Rocky 1 or 2 through 5. I definitely haven't seen Creed 1 through whatever they're up to now.
I think we on number 3 now. I think this is the 3rd Creed, yo. This like
See, I
think it is the 3rd Creed. I think it's Creed 3.
Seen none of that. I haven't seen none of that.
I saw all the Rocky movies.
Sure.
To the final one when he fought Bernard Hawkins, and then I haven't really seen the Creed ones. But yeah.
See, to me, it's like, I don't know. It's like, how different could each one be? You know what I mean? Like, it's a boxing movie about the same dude going through the same stroke. Like, okay.
Well, this ain't Rocky anymore. It's Creed. Rocky's gone.
All right, but I'm saying, why are there 5 movies about the one dude?
Oh, Rocky.
Before we get to Creed.
Right?
Yeah, before we even get to Creed, there's 5 of them about Sylvester Stallone. It's like, bro, you had a stroke. Yeah. We get it.
Even the final one where he fought, it was like 30, 50 years later, my man came back out of retirement to fight Bernard Hawkins. It's like, why though? Aren't you too old?
I mean, I like the first one. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good movie.
Nah, it makes sense though, because the second one he fights Apollo dies in like the second or third one. Spoiler alert.
Damn, spoilers. What the fuck? I was about to watch it tonight.
Like, you go see this shit.
See, I was about to turn it on right now. I don't know what the fuck. Now I ain't fucking with.
Oh, my bad for ruining the movie that came out like 1980 or 1990. My bad, bro. I'm sorry.
Damn, just tell me that Bruce Willis was dead in The Sixth Sense. Shit. You're like, what the fuck?
Anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Rocky.
Spoiled the whole franchise for me.
I will. He loses the last fight against Bernard Hawkins too. How's that?
Then he loses in every movie. What the fuck? Is it literally the same shit? Oh my god!
He wins in like the second, the third, and I think the fourth one. He wins in a lot of them too.
Okay. I was going to say, if he loses, like Sylvester Stallone's writing this shit, he's just writing himself as a loser for 5 fucking movies, that would be kind of depressing. You know what I mean?
That would be depressing. But actually, funny enough, last thing on this Creed thing, I think this is the one that Michael B. Jordan's actually producing too. Like this is the first one I think he's in charge of, because Sylvester was in charge of like the other one still, but this is the one that's actually him.
Right. Okay.
That's interesting.
Rob says Rocky 2 and 3 are must-watch movies. Okay, well, we'll see. I don't know about must-watch. Now that I've gotten the breakdown, I don't know if I have to watch it. Montreal says I could explain. He died in the third one, I think, or either the fourth one. Not really a spoiler if it was made in the 80s. You had your whole life to watch it. Look. All right, I didn't know these were I didn't know it was must-watch movies. I didn't know.
You need to watch the Rocky movies.
I knew the first one was a must-watch movie. I seen that shit, but then I was like, "There's 5 of these things."
It's like when you find out how many Wayne brothers there are. You're like, "There's more of them." Damn, thought that was like 2 of y'all. Like 6 of y'all. Y'all got a sister too. Damn.
Vinyl Dragon says the original movies are kind of sad. In one of the films stated his real son who later took his own life. Another thing that happened, one of the villains, I think in the 4th or later, ended up had AIDS. Oh, damn. Damn, well, thanks for putting a damper on that, Vinyl Dragon. Shit.
Now you ain't never gonna watch the movies.
Yeah, I ain't watching someone with AIDS.
Shut up. Watch someone with AIDS.
What is this, Philadelphia? God damn. I ain't trying to watch that shit. Tom Hanks, motherfucker. God damn. In real life, I think it was Tommy Morrison. Rob says, I want to see one last Rocky movie when he's an old man in a nursing home, and whenever he hears a bell, he knocks another old person the fuck out, gets restrained, and puts back in his room. Yeah, they had that movie. It's called The Expendables.
It was a bunch of old men in that movie. They were expendable as hell.
God damn.
What was the last thing Montreal said? Did he say something too?
He said Creed is great and Rocky.
Okay.
Yeah. So one more. Well, let's get back to Ant-Man.
Yeah, let's finish that off.
Sorry, I know we had quite a tangent there. I am a little concerned about the fact that, well, I don't know if concerned is the right word, but I am slightly concerned that it was announced they're doing reshoots so close to it being released. Like it's, 5 weeks out from release, and they're talking about doing some couple reshoots. So here's where I'm like, maybe it's okay, because they recently just brought back the old Disney CEO, right? So maybe it's like, hey, he's like trying to put us back on the right path. Kind of a thing. Team with Kevin Feige is like, hey, let's make sure that we're doing the right thing here and not the old bullshit that we were doing with the CEO before. So maybe there's something like that to it, or they're just finding out that they're fucking some stuff up and they're going back and reshooting shit.
It's usually, not gonna say never. It's usually not good when you having reshoots so close to when your film's coming out.
Right.
So I'm with you on that. It's some concerns, but I said it before, and I still do feel the same after what Black Panther did to me. I don't have like excitement for any MCU movie coming out, really. But I gotta say, at least that was a good trailer.
The trailer was dope, but the Black Panther trailer was also really dope.
That's true. And I do gotta make sure I give this the one thing I do gotta say. Rihanna did do a great job on that final song in that Black Panther movie. I gotta give her credit for that. I didn't bring it up before, but she did do a good job on that. Rihanna, obviously, she's a very talented lady. But I'm with you, man. The reshoots does kind of make you say,
Rihanna came out of retirement for that too, didn't she? Didn't she say she was retired for like a?
Did she say she was retired? I know she's taking some time off with her child.
Oh, she's taking her time off? Oh, okay.
I don't know.
She said she was retired.
Did she say that? Did she retire?
That's what I thought, but maybe you're right. Maybe what you said, that she was just taking some time away from the industry or whatever, which also would make sense. I know Nicki Minaj has retired like 3 times. So
that's the thing. When a rapper or a singer in general say they're retired, I'm just like, That's just like a quarterback saying he's retired, right?
That's just so you can do that farewell tour, bro, and sell all those tickets. And then like 2 years later, you're like, you know what? This is my passion. That's what they always say. It's my passion. You can't stop me from doing my passion. Like, bitch, you just wanted to sell a fucking stadium. tour.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? You just fucking you bullshitting all of us, and everyone falls for it every time. Like, oh, this is the last time I'll ever see him.
Yep. And then when they return, it's like, oh my God, it's the return. We gotta go get it. Yeah.
That's right. Montreal says Creed has a daughter now, and she might be a boxer, but she also can't hear. It was hereditary. It came from Creed's girl. All right.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy, though.
This is like in the movie.
I guess I think this is from the movie.
Real life Creed.
I mean, that makes it. I mean, if it's actually Michael B. Jordan, then damn, that actually sucks. But no, I'm pretty sure it's from the movie Creed because I know he has a daughter, so I think it's from the movie.
Okay, all right. Well,
yeah, I don't think it's Michael B. Jordan.
Me being someone who hasn't watched any of the Creed movies, couldn't tell you.
No,
if they're free somewhere, maybe I'll watch one. Do I have to watch all 5 Rocky movies to watch the first Creed movie? That's my first question.
I would say, from my understanding, you don't need to watch all 5, but you do need to watch the one with the Russian guy because Creed does deal with something that happens from that. And I think the Russian one's the second one.
What is that? Iron Man 2?
Yes.
All right. So if I've watched Iron Man 2, I can watch Creed. Okay, got it.
Yeah, sure. If you watched Iron Man 2, you can watch.
Excellent.
You can watch Creed. That's right extremely offensive that we just putting every Russian together, but you know what? It's cool. Whatever. I will say this though about the Ant-Man thing. I'm really hoping, and this is the last little bit of hope I have.
Okay.
I'm thinking this movie will definitely set something important up for the future. I can't see why this one don't.
It's got to.
It would have to, right?
It has to. I think it has to.
It has to.
Yeah, Kang is, I think, here to stay. Whether it's this iteration of him or the next, Kang is going to be around for a minute. I think Loki did a good job of explaining that. Especially that season finale where he's like, I'm coming for you. Like, all of me is coming for you. And so you kill me right now, I'm the one keeping everyone else at bay, and we're all going to come after you. So there's more than just this one that Scott is fighting. This is just the first, I think, of the wave of them that they're going to do. So, man, we'll set up Hypno Hustler. God damn it.
The ending credit we get is Hypno Hustler listening to some music like I'm going to get.
No. Like, oh my god.
He got his mixtape playing in the background.
Let's see. My speculation is the villain from the first Ant-Man is the secret villain as well. What secret villain? What secret? Oh, secret. You mean Secret Wars villain?
Okay.
Well, they're talking about Beyonder being the Secret Wars villain.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be that because I could have sworn when we was reading some of the names, one of the movies basically had Beyonder in it, like his name in it, right?
I mean, it's just rumors right now. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of rumors over the next 3 years.
Of course, because this shit ain't happening like 3 or 4 years from now. So yeah.
So it's going to be a bit, but right now the prominent rumor is Beyonder, but we'll see what happens. JBK's dad says, hope the reshoots are really going to be additional footage to plant seeds for some upcoming project, like maybe a Reed Richards reference or something. That would be positive and not negative. That would be good instead of like redoing certain scenes. Yeah,
that would be positive. I would kind of be shocked if Reed doesn't is not even mentioned, or Doom or something. They would have to be mentioned in this movie, I would think.
Nah, I don't think so. Nah. I think it's all going to be Quantum Realm shit, bro. It's all going to be
TVA. You don't think anything, like they're not even going to have like anything at the end with a Fantastic Four logo or something?
Nope. Okay. No, not even a little bit. I don't think so.
Okay.
That's how I feel. I just don't think so.
That's fair.
Vinyl Dragon says, I'm quite certain Skello from the 90s who wishes he was a baller and a little bit taller is retired.
Yes, the dragon. Yes, I love that.
Wish I was a baller. Wish I was a little bit taller. Bro, if I sing that song, people will look at me weird because I'm already 6'6". They'll be like, wish you were taller. Like, yeah, I want to be 7 foot, motherfucker. Like, goddamn.
Be 7 foot.
Let me dream.
That's right, man.
Montreal says Ivan Drago I think that's the Russian dude from.
Yes, that's the Russian guy from the movie. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Rob says Rocky 2 and 3 have ramifications in Creed 1. Oh, see, so I'm already behind. If I gotta watch 2 other movies to watch another, it's not gonna happen.
Yo, this is coming from the same guy who watched every single MCU movie. You telling me you can't watch 2 Rocky movies and then a Creed?
Not if I'm like, I want to watch Creed right now. I want to watch a movie from the 80s to watch a movie from right now.
The newest Creed, you can watch that without having to watch the other ones, I would assume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but then I gotta watch Creed 1 and 2. That'd be like me just sitting down knowing nothing about Harry Potter and just be like, let me turn on Harry Potter 5. Like, what? You don't know shit that happened in the last 4 movies?
I don't know much about Harry Potter whatsoever, but there's a Harry Potter video game coming out that I might buy.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you brought that up because we got to talk about that shit. So first of all, yeah, okay. I mean, we don't have to, but like,
no, I'll say, okay, no, I'll be like, oh, really? I didn't think he was interested in that. Okay.
Alexis has been eyeing this game because she's more, of the 2 of us, she's more into video games. So she's been like, oh, I really want to play this game. It's like the first open world, is that what they call it? Open world?
Yeah,
open
it's supposed to be somewhat open world Harry Potter game. Hogwarts,
Harry Potter game, right? Yeah. So, well, first of all, J.K. Rowling is continues to do terrible things for selling her own shit, and she's just out here talking all sorts of fucking crazy shit.
I've heard some bad things about her.
But then also, pre-orders for this game. I don't know if nobody learns their lesson for pre-orders for video games or what, but pre-order. So it's like the #1 selling game right now. Which doesn't make any sense because it's not even out. And it's like, not only has it been delayed multiple times, but they still don't even know if the release date that they've set is going to be the actual release date. Yeah. But it's the top selling game, right? If you go on Steam or like wherever you go to get your video games, it's #1 on the all-time of selling games right now. And it's just like, smart. Why?
Not smart at all.
Like, do you think they're going to run out of them digitally?
Right? Like, yeah, no, I do agree with that. Essentially, you're gonna lose your option. Like, what are you doing?
Like, oh, sorry, we're sold out online for
that's it. All the data's gone. No more data. It's gone.
So that has always been a little bit confusing to me, but but it's coming from a company who's never done anything like this before. So it's going to have bugs and need multiple patches, and it's just going to be a nightmare on day 1. What do you think, Chris? Like, you're more of a gamer.
I'm with you. You're not wrong. That's the reason why I'm like, I might get this game because there's a lot of things that's interesting about it, but I'm still waiting to get actually being able to go into different schools, like each of the different schools, you can pick your school, of Hallswalk or whatever. You can pick your school. You can pick your, you got your. It has different elements, like dark, light, different elements and powers and everything. So that sounds interesting. Being able to explore Hogwarts in like the 18 somethings. I think this game takes place timeline, so they don't have to be so restricted by what happens from all the way in the future. What happened with Harry Potter? This takes place way before that shit popped off, so they're able to be more free and not be as restricted. So that's kind of cool. So they could tell different stories. So that's kind of interesting. Stuff like that. I'm interested in. And again, I really like the fact that you can pick which dorm, I guess, you want to go to, that type of thing. That's kind of cool too. And it looks interesting. It don't look like the greatest game I've ever seen though, graphic wise. It just looks okay. But that kind of stuff interests me. I think that's kind of interesting.
Okay. Still different of just like playing the game. Like if I were to pick up a Rocky game, or Mike Tyson Punch Out or whatever, if we're gonna go way back to
it'd be a whole lot different thing.
It's just so different than having to know the story and watching the movies. But I do. I'm with you. If Alexis does end up getting it, I'll probably try to play it a little bit, and we'll just we'll see what happens from there. Montreal says this could be true, but I don't know. I don't think he's strong enough to be the ultimate villain. I'm not sure who we were talking about at that point. Michael Jackson will be in Secret War.
That's what we need, bro. We need Michael. We need. There we go. That's Michael, cool. Hypno Hustler.
Hell yeah. Now we're rolling. Rob says at the end credits of the Ant-Man movie, everyone returns to Earth from the multiverse on a strange orange rocky canyon. Then the camera pans out to see Ben Grimm scratching his rocky ass.
Yeah, Rocky get a lot of publicity in this movie. Good Lord. Sylvester Stallone gonna be the face of the MCU now? He the new face?
He's scratching his Rocky ass, not scratching Rocky's ass. Come on, Chris. What is this? This is shenanigans.
Oh, it's Grimm. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the face.
Yeah. He's probably jerking off.
He gotta fix these buildings that the Avengers keep messing up. So
I'm saying he's filling potholes like a motherfucker, bro.
Love that guy.
God damn. Vinyl Dragon says J.K. Rowling has made some kind of racist comments. It's like it's her main thing is transphobic shit. So like she just keeps saying transphobic shit. It's like,
she seems to have a lot of issues against like gays and trans and all that kind of stuff. It seems that way.
Not even gays. It's just transgender people like that. Like that's literally because she will have whatever for the gay people. I don't know. She's fucking crazy.
She is kind of weird.
It's like just fuck. If I were, this is why we have had this conversation before. If I had $1 billion and a fucking like 7 books that are still bestsellers from the fucking 90s, we're talking about 30 years on the bestseller list, bro. Still, if you go into any Barnes and Noble today, there is a wall dedicated to Harry Potter. Right.
Yep.
Okay, so just I would not have social media, bro. Period. I'd be like, no, you know what? It's probably not smart. You just take a look around at like everyone trying to get everybody for whatever they say and just be like, you know what? Let someone else handle my social media. I'm just going to, my $1 billion are going to travel the world and do some whatever, do shit that we want to do. And if I say some wild shit, it's not going to be recorded. It's not going to be typed onto the computer to live in infamy. However I feel about whoever, it don't matter because nobody's going to know. Just me.
It'll literally be me and a very small circle of people I can trust. And that would be.
That's what I'm saying.
100%. Yeah.
So, but she just decides to go on Twitter and just constantly, and like it just doesn't even matter like how many times people are like, stop saying this shit. She's like, no, I'm just gonna fucking keep doing it.
I don't care.
Like it's just crazy, and it's just like I don't even know if it affects her sales at this point. I guess she just thinks she's immune to any kind of feedback or flashback or anything. I don't know.
Like Kanye thought he was, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess she's more immune than Kanye.
I mean, it's messed up as it is. Let's still also say it's definitely still like a double standard if a white person say something to if a black person say something. But Kanye, he is just an idiot. Like he's just Kanye.
Kanye is just out here on some wild shit. Also, I don't think J.K. Rowling said that she loved Hitler, so that's
true. I don't think she said that.
I guess that's one positive that she's got going for her.
That's true.
But I think she also wrote like a whole book talking about how hard it was to be her or something like that.
Did she really?
I think so. Like that's what people have just been clowning on her because it's like what? Because she's talking about how she's being persecuted for her statements about transgender people. It's like, just don't say them. Just don't
say exactly. Don't say them. It's the whole thing about reading a room. Like you should understand that this is not the time to say anything like that. This isn't the era. You can't speak like that. Stop.
Shit. Yeah, if it were to if the game digitally sells it, can you imagine that? You go to download digitally and it's like, game is sold out. You gotta wait. You're like, what?
It's sold out. You gotta wait now. What?
Yeah. What?
You mean I gotta wait?
Vinyl Dragon says, well, in the pre-release, you have the exclusive option to download the Hypno Hustler avatar. Well,
I'm pre-ordering the game right now.
I'm buying the game tonight.
Yeah, I gotta turn my Series X on right now and pre-order it right now.
Oh shit! The JK thing comes from her insistence that trans women are not women. She claims her stance is pro-women and not anti-trans because trans women cannot give birth. I don't know. I don't even know how to respond to it because, like, I don't know.
She's something else, but I think that is actually a transition for our last comic to talk about before we forget. Speaking of pregnant people, the world has went crazy over something that happened in DC.
Wow, that's a great transition. And into one of our topics that we have on this list here. Yes, you're correct. People have freaked out about a panel that was taken out of context of a story of not even like the main story. Wasn't it like the backup story?
It's the definition of a what if. Like it is not in the continuity whatsoever.
So there is a panel of the Joker appearing to be pregnant. But if you had 5 to 10 seconds to read the page, like I did when I saw, the rage bait posts that started to be made about pregnant Joker. Oh, woke has gone too far. Now the Joker's pregnant. I was like, let me see what's really going on here. Right. So I took a look, and he's like, Zatanna, I want your babies. And Zatanna's like, all right. Or whatever happens. But then there's like this panel of the Joker looking pregnant, and then basically he just shits a pile of mud, which becomes another Joker, if I remember correctly. So then there's like the two of them looking at each other. It was all a gag, basically. Like it's all a stupid dumb joke. And
it was basically a spell she put on him, and it turned into what happened. Yeah.
And also, by the way, terrible artwork.
It looks like garbage.
It looks so bad.
I'm sorry for the people. I know, I don't even think that was intentional. I don't know if it was or not, but that is some of the worst shit I've seen. That shit looked like straight. I was like, this from the 1960s, man. This shit like straight.
It was awful. I was like, who's drawing this shit?
Yeah, it was bad.
Fire them. God damn.
For real. Like, if that was intentional, then I'm still gonna slap you. That was terrible.
Yeah. So if you see people freaking out about a quote unquote pregnant Joker and how it's gone too far and blah blah blah, just know that it, in fact, is not a pregnant Joker. No. It's just a stupid little joke that Zatanna played. And it's basically just shits out a bunch of mud that becomes another Joker.
Like, well, here's our baby. It was a gag, and it was literally just part of that scenario, like that little what if, like little stories they've been doing, and they actually been, and it's so funny. And some people made it seem like this is the first. They've been doing these stories, these little super what if standalone Joker little stories like this for a good minute now. Because this is like I can't remember what issue this is, but they've done a couple of issues before. So this isn't like some people may think it's the first time. No. And they've told some interesting little joke stories in before. But because, again, woke nation, it went way out of proportion. They was waiting.
I've seen it quite a few times being posted like on Instagram. And even if like I had to open I was promoting, did a show on Saturday. So I opened Facebook, put the little video or whatever of my booth on Facebook. And I was kind of scrolling for a minute, and I saw that. I was like, "Oh my god, here we go! Fucking, can we stop with this bullshit?" So it's just rage bait, is what I call it. At this point, when I see articles or like whatever posts, half of it is just rage. It's like they're trying to get you mad, and it's just like don't fall for it. You know what I mean? Because I'll be sitting there like I'll be like catching myself like almost falling for some shit and be like, oh, this is just trying to make me mad. But like I know it's trying to make me mad, and that's what they're doing. They just want those comments and likes and whatever, and they're just saying all sorts of wild shit to get you mad. You just got to get out of your feelings and just be like, you're on some bullshit.
Yeah, couldn't say it better myself. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Rob also says, as soon as you say anything divisive like that, you lose half your audience and half your profits. Not a smart move. Yeah, but you would think she's still selling that shit. They're still coming out with fucking Harry Potter spinoffs. Now they're talking about doing that cursed child thing into a movie, and they're talking about rebooting the whole fucking franchise start to finish.
I did hear that, and I was like, really? This shit is already long to begin. Really?
Warner Brothers is running out of ideas, so I guess
like seriously, we're gonna reboot this. Come on, guys.
I had heard before, this is years ago, but I heard that they were interested in doing it as like a TV series where like it's 7 seasons or whatever. So I was like, God damn, that's a lot. But now they're talking about just redoing it as movies, like 7, just straight up 7 new movies, just recast and just redo. It's like, bro, the story didn't change. It's the same fucking story.
Definitely.
Why would I want to watch?
Yeah, go on.
I was just like, why would I want to watch the same movie?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your graphics ain't changed that much.
Yeah.
It's only been a decade. You know, like your beat, like your shit ain't changed that much. Like you're it's not like I don't know. We don't have like 6D movies right now. You know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck they're gonna have 20 years from now, where we're like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's not that. We're only 10 years apart from the last fucking Harry Potter movie. So I don't know. It's just ridiculous.
All I can see is it making people angry because I can see how the way society is now and the directions they're going to make in this movie. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you think that would change a lot of stuff?
Oh, they're going to change certain things. Yeah. They're definitely going to change things. It's going to take people off, and it's going to it's not even really worth it.
Harriet Potter.
That could be one of them. Yeah. Harry Potter might grow some boobs in this different.
Yo, what if they made Harry Potter trans just to piss off J.K. Rowling?
Oh my god, yo! You think she would try to make the movie not come out?
Yeah, well, 100% she would stop that shit from coming out. I'm pretty sure she still has some.
I was gonna say that she still have like control rights in terms of like whatever they do, they have to at least go by her.
Yeah. She has rights to this stuff. Yeah, she held all that shit. She was like one of the first to be like super smart about the franchise. That's why she's a fucking billionaire. You see all these other movies that took off and everything. And the writer of the original books aren't billionaires like she is. So
true.
I mean, so she did her shit correctly. I will say that.
Her, I would do the same thing. Like, I'm not giving you my full rights to this. Hell no. No, you give me this little paycheck that looks good, but then look what happens to this franchise. Hell no, fuck no.
Yeah, so it's whatever. It's all good. It's whatever. I'm not. Look, I can say you can love the art and not the artist because I could separate that shit out. Like I could still bump Graduation from Kanye West, but still be like Kanye West is a piece of shit. So I could still go back and read the Harry Potter books and still
like the Jeepers Creepers movies. The guy who directed Jeepers Creepers and all that shit, and all the guy who's in charge, that dude's an asshole, piece of shit. The guy who created Jeepers Creepers, pretty bad guy. I get it, but I still enjoy the movies. You can like the movie and not like the person, even though the Jeepers Creepers movies aren't really that great, but still.
I was gonna say Jeepers Creepers. My goodness, this is a very strange example.
I'm just saying, like the guy is like molesting men and little boys and shit. Like he was a sick piece of garbage. But
who is this?
The guy. It was. I think it's either the guy who created or the guy who was in charge. Jeepers 1 or 2. Might have to look that up. It was something.
Looking it up right now.
Yeah.
Wait, from 2001.
Mm-hmm. The original Jeepers Creepers one. Yeah.
We're talking about like director, or are we talking about actors?
I can't remember for sure. Not the actor. No actors.
Victor Salva.
Yes.
Victor. Old Vicky. Old Vicky boy.
Yeah.
Old Vicky boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like him and Weinstein and.
Yeah. Like so, it's like okay, those are sick people, but you can still enjoy the product and not like the people. Who's direct?
Can't anymore, bro. Not these days. That's a controversial statement. You can't say that.
That's fair.
It is crazy though. People just so quick to be like, oh, now that they loved it before, but now they find some shit out. They're like, oh, I hate it.
Oh, I hate it. It's the worst thing in the world. Oh God, anybody who likes it, you're a bad person. That's not how that works.
No, I still like it.
That is not how that works.
I don't like.
Like, guess what? The food that you're eating right now, you have no idea what the person who created or whatever was what they was like. you have no idea what they do. So no, you can like the product or whatever.
You don't know what they're doing in that kitchen back there.
I mean, you don't know that either, except for McDonald's though. You know they spit in your food. Because
Bro, I've been seeing so many. Do you see the one? We're really off topic now. You guys can leave if you want. We're just chit chatting now. But at this point, did you see the shit about the Waffle House?
The fight.
Yeah, bro.
The Avengers girl, they call it.
Oh my god. Oh my god, amazing. She caught that shit with one hand and was like, no.
She smacked it. She just tapped that chair like it was nothing, yo.
Yo, shit looked like something straight out of the Matrix. Oh, did I lose you? You still there?
Oh god, am I here?
I can hear you. I just can't.
Okay, you can hear me. Yeah, my webcam. Okay, keep going though.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going. It looked like the Matrix. It looked like she was like, "Wait, you telling me I can dodge the chair?" She's like, "I'm telling you, when you're ready, you won't have to."
That shit was funny as hell, though. That shit
was crazy. That was great. But I'm seeing more and more like fights at fast food / like kitchen, little like Waffle House type restaurants.
Right.
It's just like, why would you try to fight these people? They have access to knives. They have access to like things that can really hurt you, frying pans, pots, stuff like that. Or,
right.
They could just dip in and get a cup of boiling grease to throw at you because it's right fucking there. You can see it from behind the counter. You can see the vat of grease. It's like, why are you trying to start a fight with these people? They ain't making enough money. They can get fired and go find another job the next day. It's not like it's not like they are financially incentivized to stay at this particular job. They're just like, I ain't trying to fight a fool like that. You know what I mean?
I'm not neither.
Plus, they're one of the few people, like one of the few places that'll hire ex-cons. You know what I mean? You don't know what this person's been through.
Well, crazy as hell, yo. Dude,
I am not starting a fight with nobody at a Waffle House because all them motherfuckers are ex-cons. I tell you that right now for a fact. All them motherfuckers have done a bid. I swear to God.
Right.
And that's cool. They make good food. I don't give a shit. I'll still eat some eggs.
Right.
But I ain't gonna fight them.
Right. Oh my god, that thing was so dumb too, man. That fight, you could tell it was over something stupid, and it was just an unnecessary shit. And oh my god, that shit was funny though when she smacked. Apparently, I heard she got in trouble though for that shit. Like she got fired or some shit.
I'm sure they all got fired.
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure they all got fired. But I think it was something that happened. I mean, come on. The likelihood of you fighting customers and you keeping your job. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, but like I said, it's not like you can't go find another job that's paying you $8 an hour.
For real.
I
could never work at a fast food place. I just couldn't.
Plus, now you're famous. Now you put that shit on your resume. On the chair girl from Waffle House, they're like, hell yeah, let's get this bitch in the right now. I want to hire her now.
Use that 15 minutes of fame to make as much money as possible, bro.
That's right. Vinyl Dragon says, what was that one video where the cook picked up that white girl, just carried her out over the shoulder? Yo.
Man said, hold on, man, yo, I'll be back to cook your eggs in one moment. Just takes her out the store, put her down, then walks back in and finish the meal.
That's the type of shit, bro. Comics, you gotta understand something. Ain't nothing but thugs in the pen. I'll go back to Rikers for 2 years just to prove a point. Damn, this man said I'll go back to Rikers.
Like shit, bro.
Jesus,
man, ain't playing, bro.
This dude's tough.
Ain't playing, bro.
I'll go just to prove a point. I'm going back to Rikers.
Just to prove a point, bro. Go right back
like
to MSA.
Like Chris said earlier,
and keep it going.
That's right. Like Chris said earlier, it was 2 years, bro. It's just 2 years.
What's 2 years? All right, hold on. Being locked up in prison.
Bro, what? Well, come on, bro. It's just 2 years. Your kids will be all right. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. I don't know. That's what he said. 2 years. You said 5, though. You said 5.
I didn't say anything about being locked up in a fucking prison.
Oh, okay. So it's different now.
Oh, so it's a whole lot different when you locked up in prison like that from being where he was.
Scott was locked up in the quantum realm, so it's different.
That's what I'm saying. For him, it was literally only like 2 hours that he lost. So that you go to prison, it's a whole lot. You feeling all 5 hours, 5 years of being in prison and in jail, and whoever gonna be filling up on you. You feeling all
that. Wait, I'm starting to think that someone is going to be a snitch.
Yo, I'm gonna say this last thing, then we gonna cut this. But this last thing, when it comes to people that snitch, people need to understand something. Don't get me wrong, y'all need to be snitching and all, but don't make it glorify that shit to the point where it's like, oh my god, you like, okay. The big thing was, I think it was T.I., like his cousin died or whatever. Somebody was dead, and he told some of the stuff on the dead dude, and people was like, "Oh, you the dumbest person, softest person, this and that, this and that." Was he supposed to go to jail for the dead guy? The guy who's already dead?
Right.
Like, keep this in mind. When you get out of prison and you spend 10, 20 years in there, what are you getting from that? When you get out, you think that money's still going to be there? No, it's gone. All you're going to get is man, you a cool guy, this and that. You're going to get some dap. That's it. What else you get? Nothing. So don't make it seem like T.I. did the most dumbest and worst thing in the world. Dude was dead. T.I. won't go into jail for 30 years for somebody who's gone.
Right.
Man, y'all better understand, bro. But seriously, though, it was only 5 years. He good.
Yo, Alexis was playing some shit on TV. This was like a couple weeks back, but it was some cop fucking show that she was watching. And they were going after, they would arrest like whoever for drugs. And their whole thing was like trying to flip up to the like the highest person that they could get, or if they could make it all the way to the cartel. That was like their main goal. And how fast some of these dudes flipped was so fucking funny, bro. Like you could sit there and these are the same dudes that be like, I'll never fucking talk to the cops. I won't ever talk to cops. Bro, like it didn't take them 30 seconds to fucking be like, all right, look, this is what's gonna happen. Either you're gonna go to jail for 20 years, or you're just gonna give us a name and contact information for the person that you buy your shit from. And bro, like that was it. And like that was it.
His name is Kiki. Yeah. His real name is Deshaun Williams. His social security number is blah blah blah. Yo, I can tell you everything he did. Matter of fact, I started off for the day. He took a shit at 5:52 in the morning, a.m., and then he did so. He got his groceries. He did this. He shot Jamal. He shot Jamal at 7:22. Like it was, man, snitched on everything, bro.
Oh my god.
Those are the ones that make me sick, though. If you live that life, you better live that life. Don't be a punk like that. Nah, you want to be that gangster? You live that gangster.
In this particular episode, they made it up to, I guess, like one. I guess he was like just under the main dude they were looking for, and that dude was locked down. He didn't say shit. He was like, "I'll get out by Monday." He was like, "I'll be out by Monday." That's all he kept saying. He's like, "I'll be out by Monday. I'll be out by Monday."
Was he out by Monday?
They didn't show that shit. Oh. They did have the cops go back and be like, he's probably going to be, whatever, like be able to get out because of a lawyer or something. No, they said that shit. They were like, he probably has enough money to be able to afford, or someone's looking out for him. He already knows the deal. Like he's probably is going to be out, but they did get him and tried to press charges on that guy because he wouldn't give anyone up. But they were trying their hardest to get him to flip. And they think the reasoning was like he had family connections or whatever,
right?
And then at that point, if the cartel's threatening your family, then he ain't gonna snitch for shit.
Of course, that's the shit. Yeah, definitely. When you up there to that level, if you do snitch or do anything against them, no, they're not just gonna kill you. They're gonna take your whole family.
Yeah, and they probably won't kill you.
Yeah, they probably won't kill you. They're gonna torture you by taking out everybody you love.
Yep.
And then wait for you to beg them to kill you. Like
that episode was cracking me up though, because the first three fucking flipped so fast. I was just like, bro, you're gonna have all these tattoos, be like cop killer tattoos and shit, and just be like the first 30 seconds you fucking snitch so fast.
Singing like a canary. Singing like a canary.
Shit. All right, I think that's where we're gonna end it for today. We appreciate y'all hanging out. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Please
smash it, hit it with your, fingers.
Finger it a little bit, just slip it the old tongaroo. We'll be back next week, next Tuesday at 9 as usual. We appreciate you as always. Stay villainous and
fuck the Fantastic